Good morning and welcome to Being Okay with Not Being Perfect podcast. Today is October 31st, Halloween. It was supposed to be my daughter's birth date, but she decided to come early and I'm thankful for that. So Halloween is special to me and my family. Just a lot of nostalgia that goes into this day. Candy, spending time with family, mother's homemade costumes or whatever we can scrounge up. There's a lot of excitement that goes around this, and regardless of what you believe, it's meant to be fun. Remember being kids and going out trick-or-treating and going to someone's house and getting a full-size candy bar. Man, I love today. Kind of weird, but that's okay. So today I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about what to expect from this podcast. So I want to set a few different ground rules and what you could expect if you are interested in being a part of this podcast. So the idea is that it is a quick 15-minute video where we discuss real life. The title is Be Okay with Not Being Perfect. Regardless of whether you're a stay-at-home father or a mother who's a business entrepreneur, regardless of your background, if you have nothing, and that's okay. I hope that this is some bright light. So the idea is for me to publish this on Fridays. Each Friday, I'll have a drop. Ideally, moving forward, I could schedule some guests to sit down with me. So, quick 15 minutes where we talk about real life. So, kind of the thought process behind this is the first part of this, I will ask you to introduce yourself. A little bit about your upbringing, what you currently do, and what you want to aspire to do down the road. The second part of this is kind of learning and telling a story. So there are things that happen in life, whether it's sickness, illness, injury, financial burden. You could name the whole list of things: bullying, X, Y, and Z, mental health, PTSD, MST. Like, there's lots of different things that happen in our life that we can't predict. Or that we're not in control of. So I want the guests to be open with and vulnerable, talking about their story. The third and last piece of this is, how did you overcome that? And what's a key takeaway that you can pull something out of and use to your advantage? You'll hear a big thing for me is how do you adapt and overcome? That's something that was ingrained into me in the military and growing up, and I've just kind of ran with that in my entire life. So those are kind of the three things. Again, introduction, hello. Second part, this is what I went through, or this is what I struggle with. And then three, to come home. What did I learn from that, or what did I take away from that? And how do I learn from that and move forward, or how do I get better? Or there are lots of things that we can manage, but we will never get away. So I've been very open about my PTSD from my time in Iraq and Baghdad, and how it completely changed me as a person. How I thought, how I operated, the emotions or lack of, to a full range of motion. So it's been a journey for me. And I'll kind of touch base on this on the last 10 minutes of the video and just kind of show you what it looks like. But that's the idea of this podcast. So again, regardless of your background or who you are, I would love to have you on to talk about something that's real. Again, be okay with not being perfect. you don't have the words or you don't have the story, I'm here to lead and guide you through this process so that you could tell your story, and that hopefully, ideally, someone that sees this can be inspired to make a small minor change. I think when we do look to change something, whether that's diet or our faith or work or anything like that, it's all like, I gotta go all in, or I don't need to go at all. Or some people are like, let me dip my toes in. No, I don't like it, or I'm uncomfortable or whatever, and they just kind of give up, or they kind of turn away from it. So there's a whole spectrum of this. I think people need to be okay with others being in different stages in their lives. I like to use my brothers and sisters as a great example of that. My mother passed away last year, and that's a real difficult time for us as a family. We're all in different stages of life and growth and maturity and all that stuff. And through that time, trying to pull everyone together to be around my mother was something that was important to me, and I knew that that's ultimately what my mom wanted at the end of this. Even throughout her life, that she wanted us to be close together and love one another, and that's something that was instilled into me in a very early age. So when I was in the military, I got a pretty large tattoo. I originally wanted to get something smaller, but I think I had just gotten back from Baghdad, Iraq, and had some money and wanted to permanently notate to the world of what's important to me. So I have this tattoo that says "Family First" on my forearm. It's large. It's a choice that I made, and as much as I know professionally, some people, or personally, some people look at me and they judge me for my incomplete tattoos, or just tattoos, period. That's okay. I've learned to accept it, and it's a piece in my life that I've grown and learned from so much. And I'm just so, man, it's been a journey. But a big part of this podcast is loving yourself and be more accepting of others, regardless of their politics, personal beliefs, motivation levels, work ethic, whatever. Be okay with that. A big thing for me is being perfect. Ironically, I'm a perfectionist, whether I outwardly express that or not. I hold myself to the highest of expectations and standards. So if it comes across from a coworker or someone I'm working with that I'm controlling and all of that, I promise you, I try every single day to be very aware of that, to have the emotional intelligence, Mr. Ziebler, 7'6", and just work on it and not be obsessed about it and not being so harsh on myself. So it's been a long journey for me with my mental health and my PTSD and all that stuff, and we'll get into that in a few different episodes as I talk to others, ideally, that are open to talk about their mental health struggles, whether it's PTSD or obsessive OCD or military sexual trauma or anxiety, depression. I mean, when you look at the scope of our community, whether it's yourself, your mother, your neighbor, the homeless person on the street, there's a lot of people at some point in their lives that deal with mental health. It's just a natural thing of life. It's something that we can't avoid, whether it's sadness or whatever. There's a large majority of the population that deal with some type of emotional distress or whatever that looks like. So a big part of this podcast is being okay with having some type of mental health issue or struggle, whether it's passing for a few seconds, it's a heartbreak, it's a breakup with a boyfriend, or whatever it may be. It's okay, and it's going to be okay. So just a quick run through of what a podcast looks like. I'll kind of do a brief overview of that, and then I hope next week I will have a guest lined up and we can kind of talk and try this out. So I'm trying to convince my wife and some other friends and family to do this with me, but I'm excited about this journey. I hope you could take something away from this, or learn something or share this or whatever it may be, and have a great Friday. Go into the great weekend after a hard week and be excited about life. It's short, and we don't know how long it's going to take for our time to come. So here we go. So hi, my name is David Rieger. I currently live in New Berlin, Illinois. I'm a veteran service officer. I'm a veteran advocate. I'm a father. I am a brother. I'm a husband. I try to be a great friend. I try to be a mentor to kids. I try to be a caregiver. There's lots of different hats that I wear. I am a strategic partner with Operation Hometown Heroes. Come see us at Vetstock 2025 on November 11th. And I'm not perfect, and I'm okay with that. So something that I have struggled with all my life, and when I keep asking myself why am I doing this? Why? There's something that drives me every single day in every single decision that I make, and that is fear. Fear of failure, fear of not being perfect, fear of whatever. I live, eat, sleep fear. And I haven't always been that way. Like I said, I was in the military and I spent some time overseas. And it's just something that I can't turn off. As much as I try to woosah and work out and pray and whatever, like I just can't turn this off inside of me. And I'm okay with that. So a big piece of how I control fear is one, acknowledging that I have it, being open and transparent, feeling emotions. Post Iraq, I just shut down and isolated. I didn't have any emotions. I was very locked in and driven. Since that, I've gone through the VA to go through cognitive behavior therapy, and that has allowed me to kind of reframe everything. And then from there, I utilized counseling. I was very resistant to taking medication. I take some form of medication, and just try to find a healthy balance. Now, my idea is that I don't have to be on this medication forever, and I could find tools, but I'm okay with having that. Something that I've learned to control this is, like I said, acknowledging it, being aware of it, but the biggest part of it is, how do I harness, you're going to hear me say this a lot, harness my fear. I don't think about it tons, but I try to just take note that it's there and then focus it. So whether I'm extremely driven to get a workout done or clean my garage or whatever, I'm utilizing that fear and focus to do very productive things. So whether that's working out, doing a podcast, starting a investment company, whatever it may be, I am utilizing that fear of not failing personally, and letting my family down and I use and harness that fear to drive me to do great things. So I posted a video this morning about obsession. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not. It's who I am. I'm accepting of it. I've learned to work with it and be mindful. So whether that's working with the coaching service that I am with Big Dog Coaching, shout out Chris and Robert, I've utilized tools through scheduling and brain dumping that has allowed me to harness, control, and set time limits and constraints on it. So that's all the way down to building a date night with my wife or spending intentional time with my daughters. The first thing I do in the morning is work out. I pray. I start my meals off. I weigh myself. I do whatever I need to get my daughter off to school, and then whatever else I got to do, I'm off to the races. So big takeaway from this is when it comes to fear, it's okay. It's a natural thing to feel. How do you work with it and manage it? You learn to harness it and acknowledge it and utilize it to do great things. A big part of this is emotional intelligence. Was a big reason why I took David Ziebler's course yesterday, is to understand more of myself and how do I deal with that. So whether that's self-improvement or myself, or wanting to be a better leader at work or in the community or whatever, I know emotional intelligence is a big piece of that. So if you're interested in learning more, please reach out to Ziebler Associates for more information on that. It was a great workshop yesterday and I took a lot from it. So thank you again, David, 7-6, and I'm appreciative. So sorry guys, that ran over just a few minutes, but that's kind of a overview of what you could expect. I will have a script on what I will talk with you, and I'm going to lead you. So I just need you to show up. You don't need a story built up. We're going to start off a few minutes of talking about this and what to expect, but it's a quick, raw, unedited video. It's okay to use profanity. Sorry, kids, or whomever is offended to that. I'm not sorry. Yeah. So if you want to be a guest, please reach out to me. I could come to you. We could figure out a Zoom option. There are tons of different ways that we could kind of do this. So again, it's only going to be 15 minutes. Add another 5 minutes on that with talking before and after if you're on a real time constraint. But I want to have anyone and everyone that's willing to sit down and talk with me. So we could do it any point in the week, but we will release on Friday. So again, guys, happy Halloween. Turkey Day is coming up, Black Friday, Christmas. This is a real exciting time of the year for a majority of people. It wasn't for me for a very long time just because I work through it all the time, but or it reminded me of a lost family member or whatever. But I'm thankful to God every single day that I have my daughters and my wife. And even if you don't have your family or you're not close with them or you don't have friends, if you see this video, please reach out to me. I love talking with people and knowing, and just know that you're not doing this alone. You're doing a great job. I'm proud of you, and I'm glad you're here. So thank you guys. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you next week.
If you want to see the next one, comment below on this. Girls and boys, whoever your name is.